Alright, good morning. I am continuing with the last video of my van upgrades that I've been working on, and everything is almost done. We got a little bit behind. Last week Adele and I went up to St. Louis and we both got sick, super sick, and I've been sick for like 10 days. So now I'm way behind on stuff, so I'm going to update you on what has been done. Alright, so if you saw my other video on Van Life Sucks, I had at the end where my faucet and my water supply line popped off and it pumped out all of my fresh water into the van. I have a 16-gallon holding tank down here. Sorry, it's a little bit dirty from construction, but my last faucet that I had here did not have any threads or barbs or whatever you want to call it, so my supply line just had like a clamp on it, and the pressure was too much and the pump blew it off. So we have redone this, and I just need to clean it up in there because we had to make the hole bigger. I got a different faucet. I just needed one temperature. I don't have hot water. I just have a holding tank here. And so this one did have threads, and we're able to put a regular supply line on it, so it should not pop off. And then, if you remember, this ran dry for a while, so it was still working, my old pump, but it was loud. So we went ahead and replaced it. We got a new one, and both of these things I got off of Amazon, and I can include that information down below in the links. So hopefully those are upgrades with the water. That'll help a lot. We have this goofy kind of switch thing where you have to turn the power off to the pump if you didn't want it on all the time. Even though once it would build up pressure, it's not making any noise, but it was building up too much pressure and just popping it off. So we couldn't ever really remember to turn the switch off all the time, and it was kind of a pain in the butt. But now it shouldn't need to have that done. We have it plumbed in a little bit better. Alright, so on this other side with the cabinet, it's kind of dark in here, we have this, we're just kind of trying this out. It's a little bit tight. We have the cabinet up here. The wood's completely unfinished. I haven't done anything, just kind of seeing how it works, and that is going to increase my storage tremendously. I mean, this is 7-inch board or whatever here. Lots of space. That's going to be really nice. I'm going to finish the front here. I got to round it, sand it, a little wood putty, and I'm going to probably try to get it to look similar to this. And that I have my sealer on, and paint and sealer is all done on this. So I'm going to just work on the front here, and 2 drawers for over here next. Alright, here's the drawer out. I'm getting ready to finish it. You can see how we have the rails mounted on it and how it was put together. 1x8s, 1x6, and some leftover Luan in the bottom. And now I'm going to sand it and round it off and paint it, and probably seal it in the inside too. Hey, Mr. Rooster. Alright, there it is. It's looking pretty good. I'm going to let that dry, see what the color looks like then, see if I need to add any more to it. Alright, now I'm going to put the sealer on this. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and seal the inside of the drawer also. I got this pull handle. I've checked the depth of the screws to make sure they're not going to go through the back side of my drawer. And I think that'll look real nice. Alright, so this was the area where my old fridge was, my little dorm style fridge, and we've added some drawer slides here. And we had a little bit of a gap of a space here. I still need to finish this piece of wood, but now we're going to be installing the drawers. And now it's time to put down the floor. We're taking up the old floor and it's kind of sticky underneath, so we're just kind of doing it as we go. I have some of this waterproof engineered flooring. It just locks together. It doesn't need to be glued or nailed. And what I like about it is there's no gaps in between the pieces, so crumbs and dirt shouldn't be able to get in there. And we're redoing just this area here and then where the old seat was. And I'm going to put a threshold back here, and to end it, it's fine back in the bedroom area. We just have some junk back there right now. It's fine back there. The sun doesn't get on it and it doesn't buckle up at all. This area here is, we're going to redo it a little bit. We're going to go ahead and put the floor in here. This is where my toilet sits, and we have everything pulled out. And that's my cushion, my step stool. It's upside down. That the toilet, there it is, usually is inside. And we would lift that up to get to the toilet. Now I think we're going to remove the back piece of the box so I can just slide the box out and get to the toilet. Alright, we got the little notch cut out for the ventilation for the fridge there. And since it's going to have a lot of weight in it, we added a little like leg. So when it does get pulled out, it will sit on that leg. Not closed away. There we go. Alright, good. We got good clearance inside. There's the fridge. Not sure why it's sticking a little bit there. Alright. Looks pretty good. Alright, we have the floor almost all done. We got a little bit of work here with the thresholds that we're going to put here on the step. And this is really nice flooring. It's waterproof. It looks real good. And just have to put a little threshold right here. We're going to leave that floor back there. We're just doing finishing touches here. I had a handle here. It stuck out too far for the fridge to open up. So now I have a really flush mounted little handle, if you could see that. And move the handle over here, and I'll have to get one more for this drawer. These have magnets on the back. And this is a nice deep drawer, and I'll have like bowls and pots and pans, and maybe a little bit of my glassware will be in there. It's a little bit tight, but the magnet really seems to be holding, so it shouldn't come open when we're driving. And right here I got a little bit of felt on my little foot. You know, this is a pretty heavy fridge, so when you pull it out and when it's going to have food in it, it can tip down, and you don't want it to bend my rails. So I have this little foot and a little felt so it doesn't scrape my floor. I'm going to do a little bit of cleaning up in here, and we're just about done. Alright, we got it pretty much all cleaned up. We got the tabletop mounted here on my Lagoon table mount, but we got the floor and pretty much everything all done, and just some little finishing touches here and there, but we're gonna call it done.